Hello, everyone. So, in today's chapter review, we're reviewing Chapter 11 of One Piece titled Flee. So, to get right into it, the cover art is basically just Luffy, like, having a foot race against a cheetah. And by the looks of it, they're neck and neck. Honestly, I got the whole house on Luffy. That's just my honest opinion. Now, onto the actual chapter. So, you kind of start off with Zoro with all three swords ready, with Buggy's body chopped off and laying on the ground. And then he just kind of says, he died really easily. But then his crewmates continue to keep laughing, and Zoro just kind of turns around and just kind of like, hmm. And then Nami just kind of says, "Hey Zoro, hurry up!" No, not Nami. Luffy goes, "Hey Zoro, hurry and get me out of this thing." And Zoro just kind of turns around and knows, just like, okay. Then Nami just kind of sits there and thinks, "What's with those pirates? Their captain died, but they're laughing." And then Zoro's like, "This thing will open a key." He's like, "These iron bars won't slice." He's like, "That's true. That's true." And then they basically just burst out into a cackle. And then Zoro's like, what's so funny? Just give us a key. I don't want to fight you guys." And Luffy just kind of says it's pretty weird. Then all of a sudden you just hear like the sound effects for like a stabbing noise. And Zoro just kind of like is like shocked by this. Because in the next scene, Zoro drops to his knees as like Buggy's like severed hand is piercing Zoro in the side near like liver region from what it kind of looks like. Excuse me. And he just like is in pain from this. And Luffy just screams like Zoro, and even Nami's just going, "What's with that hand?" And then his crew just is just laughing hysterically. And then Zoro just kind of goes, "Damn it, what the hell is that?" As the blade just kind of like pulls itself out and just like floating. Zoro just kind of turns around saying, the hand is floating in the air." Zoro just like he's feeling his size. And then Zoro's kind of like is grabbing like for his side because he's in pain with only one sword out and both the swords is sheathed. And then all of a sudden you just see like Buggy's like body just floating behind him, all disassembled, and he just kind of says, "The chop chop fruit. That's the name of the devil fruit that I ate. No matter how you try to slice me up, you can't because I'm a splitting human." So yeah, so this is what Buggy's ability is. He's able to like pop off parts of his body as like it gets sliced. Basically, he's immune to slashing attacks. He's basically Luffy's Devil Fruit, but the polar opposite of it. And then now he just kind of goes, he stuck his body back together. I thought the Devil Fruit was just a myth, and Zoro just turns back shocked. And then Luffy just kind of goes, a splitting human. That guy's a monster. And then the narrator just kind of makes a little box pointing at Luffy saying Rubber Man, which is kind of funny because it's like they're technically both like one and the same because they have Delphi abilities. And Buddy kind of goes saying, "I have seen you. I have missed your vital body parts, Zoro. But it's still a pretty serious injury. It was an okay victory." And Zoro just kind of grabbing on the side as he like drops down. He's like, "I actually knew that guy had eaten some kind of devil fruit. I was careless. He's winning for sure now. Damn it, I came to save Luffy, but look at me now." Then his crewmates just kind of like is like having like a time of their life as he's just cheering. "The captain's so cool. Go kill him off. Send him away." Then Nami just kind of thinks this is dangerous. The situation reversed. If I just stand here like an idiot, those two are obviously those two, and obviously I also will be killed. And Luffy's just kind of sitting in a cage, just dot 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 stinks. And then Luffy just kind of screamed, "Stab it from the back. That's dirty, you big nose." And his whole crew is just uh, like they're shocked that Luffy just yelled that out loud, and even Buggy just looks like pissed. And then now he screamed, "That idiot! He could have said anything but that." And Buggy like pops off his hand and he sends it flying, saying, "Who are you calling a big nose?" And the blade just kind of like is just like flying straight towards the cage, and it just like goes for the bar, and also just like boom, it looks like it hits Luffy. Zoro screamed Luffy. Buggy just looks pissed off. And then now he just goes, and then you just see the next scene of Luffy biting on the blade, and he snapped it with his teeth, saying, "I swear I'm gonna take you down." And Buggy's like, "Oh, take me down." Which this scene kind of makes me question of like, okay, I get it, he's a rubber person, he's biting on rubber, but how the fuck is his teeth that strong to fucking bite through metal like that? Like, I get it, he could have bit it on like kind of the right spot that could have just like the right kind of like weak spot and kind of like broken the blade off of that. But at the same time, it's like, how the fuck is this man literally able to bite off metal? Like, there is no way that Luffy should be able to bite off metal. But I digress. Buggy just basically just laughs, and you hear his laugh side, which is, "Pooh ha 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 ha. You're gonna take me down. You're hilarious. You three are gonna die right now on the spot." And he guys go, "Bah," and Nami just kind of goes, "Everything's finished. We're dead." And Luffy just kind of goes, "Ha ha 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 ha. I'm not gonna die." And then Buggy's like, "And just exactly how you plan to take me down this situation? Boys, laugh at him." And his crew just laughing. And Luffy just kind of yells, "Run away, Zoro." And Zoro's like, "What?" And he's like, "Hey, your friend came to rescue you, but you're telling him to run away. How about you?" And then this is like Nami just like as she's turned back and just like rebuttaling. And Zoro just kind of thinks himself. And he stares back, and Luffy kind of gives him like a friendly nod. And Zoro's like, "Okay." And now he kind of thinks, "Oh no, I have no idea what's going on. This is why I hate pirates. I have to think of some way to escape myself." And then Buggy just kind of goes, "Stupid idiot, you think I'm going to let you go, Ronaza? Chop, chop, cannon." As he fires like both his hands like out with like both of them holding like the knives. Zoro blocks him. And then like he's just kind of running. He's like, "Haha, Zoro's running away. You think you can escape from Captain Buggy?" And Zoro just kind of like gets himself underneath the cannon and like pops it over. Like he fully pops the cannon like in reverse, and then like Nami's doesn't even believe from the string, and all of a sudden everyone's going, "Ah, the cannon's pointing this way." Even Buggy's just like, "That thing still has a Buggy special cannonball." And then Luffy just kind of like is like happy from this. He's like, "Hey, light it." He's like, he's like, "Hurry!" He's like, "Okay." And the Buggy just kind of goes, "Stop it!" All of a sudden, just go, "Duck!" As like the cannon just explodes, leaving a huge dust behind it. And then Zoro's like, "This is a good time to go. Who are you, anyways?" And now he goes, I'm a thief." And Luffy just kind of says, "That kid is our navigator." And then also you just kind of hear Nami just going, "You're an idiot, aren't you? You still on about that? If you've got the time to say things like that, then how about thinking of a way to get out of that cage?" And Luffy kind of goes, "Hey, that's a good idea. I'll do that." And Nami just kind of goes, "Da da da da." And Zoro kind of goes, "No, it's okay. You just stay in a cage." And then all of a sudden you see Buggy just like popping out, and he goes, "Damn it, I'm not gonna let them escape." And he's just like coughing as he walks out from the smoke. And then Zoro just kind of goes, "Alright." And then all of a sudden, you just see Luffy saying, "Hey Zoro, it's okay. Your stomach's gonna pop if you do this." And then you just see Zoro just grabbing the cage as he's just like flexing his biceps as he's trying to like lift it up. And he's like, and Zoro just kind of yells, "If it wants to pop out, then let it." And I was like, "Hey." And then you just see the cage slowly just lifts up. And then you just see Zoro saying, "Don't tell me what to do. I'll do it my way." As he just fully like gets the cage out as like blood's like dripping off him. Overall, this is like a really badass scene. You just kind of see just like the loyalty of like Zoro and just like how much he's willing to put aside for his captain. And there's like a lot better scenes that you'll see like later on, but like this is like the start of seeing this. And then Zoro just kind of yells, "Don't butt in by saying anything." And now he's thinking, why is he doing such a thing? And he's just a pirate. And then Buggy kind of, as he gets smoke kind of clear, saying, "Where did those three go?" Then he hears crewmate saying, "They're gone, Captain. Zoro, Nami, even the cage." And they're like, "No way. That cage took 5 people to drag it up here. And you kind of go, crap, it's been stolen. And they're like, Buggy's like, what has? And he's like, the cage key is gone. And then you just see like Zoro slams the cage down on top of a roof, and he just kind of goes, oh, as he's just like grabbing his side, as you see more blood just like throbbing out of it. Of course, it's like these like pages are not gonna really appear for like, because I've seen in previous videos. I will post like panel pages, but these are ones I'm not gonna post for like monetization reasons. And then Louis is going, damn it, open, you stupid cage, open. And he's like, we're in a dangerous situation here, but what's been started must be finished, I suppose. And then all of a sudden you just see like yelling in the background saying, the first floor of the pub, not there, the village street, can't see him. As we're just like hunting down. And then also you hear Buggy just kind of goes, those impotent fools. Impotent fools. Those impotent fools. They dare to steal and toy with me, huh? And I'm like, who am I? And then his crewmate goes, the pirate, Buggy the Clown, Captain. And he's like, that's correct. And then you see the last scene in the panel where like Buggy has this really like stern look on his face as he just kind of goes, I can see quite well that these are no ordinary thieves. Of course, you realize this means war. And then end the chapter. Overall, pretty like nice like chapter for this. You kind of see like the introduction of like another devil fruit, and I like the fact that they made it the polar opposite of Luffy, because Luffy's body is able to like, let me rephrase it. Buggy's and Luffy's devil fruit at this current of the story are both like very similar. They both are immune to a type of like hit, and they both have the ability to kind of like stretch in a way. Luffy's body is stretched and connected. Buggy's body stretches by popping off. Like his body is able to pop off and just is able to float around. However, they're both still immune to it, immune to attack. Luffy is immune to blunt force. Buggy is immune to slashing attacks. So I like the fact that they basically had it where like the first like devil fruit that gets introduced is the polar opposite of Luffy's, because it makes it more kind of creative of just kind of like because like they're used, because Zoro's used to seeing like Luffy and be like, oh, he can immune to blunt force, but now he's facing against opponents who's immune to slashing attacks. So the thing is like, how can you counteract that slash, and how can you work around it? It just makes it very interesting, and also just the fact that just like you just get to see like Buggy's just kind of like personality as this very like sadistic clown, as he just like his main goal is just like, I don't appreciate you just like messing with me. I'm like, this means war. Like he's very much standing on business in this kind of page, in this moment right now. Like keep in mind, like we're in the part of the story where this is like the introduction. We're only in chapter 11, so like looking at like a guy like Buggy, like yeah, no, like he does appear to be a pretty formidable force, because he essentially dropped like Zoro from an attack. Not like end the fight, but like able to do considerable damage. And yes, even though his attack did get stopped by Luffy by biting on the sword, biting on the blade, which I still have questions about it. I don't agree with it, but like whatever. And even then, even like the main thing was just kind of like Nami looking at Zoro hoisting up the cage, even though it was like he shouldn't be doing it because of like his stomach getting basically pierced by like Buggy. It just shows like this level of like loyalty and respect from like a first mate and a captain. And even Nami's sitting there is like, why is he even helping him? He's like, he's just a pirate. Because like Nami still has this very biased opinion of just like pirates are like cruel, they don't care about each other, there's no loyalty, and you just see Zoro and Luffy are very loyal and very like trusting of each other for it. And overall, it just makes it a very enjoyable chapter. But yeah, no, make sure to like subscribe for more content. Also check out my TikTok in the description where I'll post random topics and yap about it. AP Beans too. Make sure to check it out. Later, everyone.